What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks NBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys two picks to get you winning some money over your own Prizepicks in the NBA tonight. As always, looking to get this ladder challenge off to a start. We have gotten hit with some very tough breaks. I'm going to be doing it again today. If we do not hit today, I'm probably just going to go back to the regular formatted videos. I will prefix this by saying I've been saying this. This is not the optimal way to play as Prizepicks. I had a long conversation about that in my Discord this morning. From a bankroll aspect, from a just building your bankroll, learning prospects, this is not optimal. It is a challenge. It was highly requested. I decided I was going to do it. Last night, Mikal Bridges was absolutely going to crush his fantasy score if that game didn't turn into a blowout. He had 31 fantasy at the end of 3 quarters. Had he played the 4th quarter, he would have absolutely crushed his line. Was involved in a blowout. We've had a few incidents like that, the last couple of videos that have happened, that have cost us on the 2-pick. Darius Garland went up there and put up 50-plus fantasy points. He absolutely crushed for us. So, sorry it didn't hit. Sorry these haven't been hitting. Don't know what to tell you. If you are looking for my reasoning, go back, check out the video. I give you a whole lot of reasoning, and I'm going to give you a whole lot more reasoning in this one. Breaking down this challenge, you got to hit a $10 into $30 two-man for number 1. We're going to try to hit 7 days in a row. Go 10 to 30, 20 to 60, 40 to 120, 80 to 240, etc. As you can see, and we should end up with $2,270 at the end in your Prizepicks account if we are able to hit for 7 days in a row. Hopefully variances is on our side today. Got some picks that I do like. As far as my premium content, if you have not checked that out, I would highly recommend you do so. We did have some more winners in the KJK DFS VIP package last night outside of this ladder challenge. James Harden under PRA, Tobias Harris rebounds, Gabe Vincent points, Jason Tatum points, Kevin Durant fantasy, and Darius Garland on the left side there for DFS Pickmaker, taking advantage of some VIP value alerts. In the middle, Lodi, same thing. Cashing in with some plays that I had sent in as value alerts to the VIP package. Chris Paul, Hayward, Dinwiddie, Bojan, turning that 6-man into $250. We had I'm with on the left side. Same thing, that assist play. Kevin Durant points, Tatum rebounds and assists, turning 35 into 175. Tactical in the middle, doubling down on that Kevin Durant first half points and Cameron Johnson PRA. Ticket in on the right side, Ed Thread, mixing in, once again, some VIP value alerts, some fantasy score I talked about, loving that Darius Garland pick. DeAndre Ayton was another play that I was on. And Bike Kid, 1998 on the right side there. Once again, cashing in with some of those similar plays. The Bojan points, the Chris Paul assist, the Darius Garland fantasy, the Tobias Harris rebounds, and Marcus Smart fantasy. That was another one that I was looking to capitalize on some value early in the day. So, shout out to those guys. If you have not checked out the KJK DFS VIP package, I don't know what you're waiting on. You are missing out. I do give out these videos for free to try to help you guys out for free, but there's a whole lot more value to be offered in the VIP member package. If you do want to get access to a lower tier package for maybe a cheaper entry, you can get those. Prizepicks NBA is going to give you access to all my core plays at the end of the day. Just keep in mind, bumps might happen. You don't get access to a whole lot more that you do with the VIP package, such as my own tickets, the value alerts, the core play tiers, the VIP play day, etc. So, let's talk about it. We'll break it down, guys. Got 2 fantasy score props for you. Once again, I'm going to try to give you guys fantasy score props because they tend to not get bumped for this challenge. Got 2 that I do think can hit for us today. Hopefully, we can get this thing going. If we can't, I'll just return to the old format. It was a good try. I can bring this back another day. We won't terminate it fully, but just clearly these 2-mans in this ladder challenge. The variance has not been on our side. So let's talk about it. We will go game by game as we always do. And the first game I'd like to discuss is going to be the Toronto Raptors taking on the Washington Wizards. This game comes in with a 222 over-under. It is a 2-point spread in favor of the Toronto Raptors, so it is expected to stay close. It's expected to be a pretty decently paced game. Overall, though, the fact that it's expected to stay close and how solid this Toronto Raptors rotation is, always a good thing for Raptors players. And I would like to discuss Jakob Poeltl. Since the acquisition, since the trade, since coming over to Toronto, he has been fantastic from a fantasy point per minute aspect. He leads the entire team. He's putting up 1.44 fantasy points per minute over a 189.5-minute sample size since joining the Toronto Raptors. That is #good, and it is certainly a lot better than what his season-long rates have been as far as Jakob Poeltl is concerned. At the center position on the season, he's putting up 1.24 fantasy points per minute. Obviously, he had a much different role over in San Antonio. His role is really ramping up. 1.24 fantasy points per minute. Like I said, now he's putting up 1.44. That is a big difference, and he has been doing it in so many different ways. Very well-rounded individual at the center position. He's been rebounding, assisting, blocks, and steals, and scoring. Every single thing you could possibly want out of a guy from a fantasy point production aspect, Jakob Poeltl has been doing. 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 3 steals, 14 points last time out the time prior. 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 2 steals, 13 points time prior. 14 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 2 steals, 9 points. So he's rebounding, he's assisting, he's scoring, he's getting you those peripherals, those stock stats as well with the blocks and steals. And once again, that fantasy point rate's been way up since joining the Raptors. The minutes have been right around, upper 20s, around 30 minutes. And I do have him projected to go over again in this matchup today. I've got him in the mid-30s. Has been doing a very good job in close games as well. 36 fantasy points per game in close games over the entire season. 39 fantasy points per game in favored games. So that's a nice little bonus for you as well. But guy's been crushing. If you look at his last 5, for those of you that like to pull up the last 5 on Prizepicks, all green. I'm sure you like to see that. But bottom line is that really doesn't matter to me. If it was all red, I wouldn't care. The fantasy point projections, obviously the increased rate since coming to Toronto, that's all factored in to my decision as far as going with this pick. And I think Jakob Poeltl can continue to crush this line. I think he should be in the mid-30s. I think he will be in the mid-30s very soon as far as Prizepicks setting this fantasy score prop line for Jakob Poeltl. So take advantage while you can for pick number 1. We're going with the over 30 fantasy score here for Jakob Poeltl. That will be pick number 1. And then pick number 2, we're going to go down to this Golden State Warriors Los Angeles Clippers game. This game is going to be flying because the Golden State Warriors are the fastest paced team in the entire NBA. It's a 232 over under 3.5 point spread in favor of the LA Clippers. The Golden State Warriors continue to be without Andrew Wiggins. They continue to be without Steph Curry. Obviously, with those two guys being out, there's going to be some usage to be going around. Guys are going to have to step up and play bigger roles. Wiggins, Stephen Curry both take up a lot of the usage. And I want to talk about a guy that's not a high usage guy, but his fantasy score rate has climbed in a major way since no Stephen Curry, no Andrew Wiggins the last 2 weeks. That's Draymond Green. Looking at the Golden State Warriors, 56.9 minute sample size over the last 2 weeks with no Stephen Curry, with no Andrew Wiggins on the floor for Draymond Green. He leads the entire Warriors team with 1.31 fantasy point per minute rate over that 56-minute sample size. Once again, that's much better than his season-long rate. As far as Draymond, he's putting up 0.97 fantasy points per minute on the entire season. Still really, really solid, but we're now seeing 1.31. The fantasy point rate's really starting to climb here. And very similar to what we just talked about with Jakob Poeltl, Draymond does it in all categories. He can get you those blocks and steals, he can get you those rebounds, he can get you those assists. Not exactly the best scoring guy, but naturally with no Wiggins, no Curry, you could make an argument he's going to shoot a little bit more. Honestly, Draymond's just a guy that takes a bucket when he gets it. If he's open at the rim, nice cutting dish layup at the rim kind of guy. He's not going to get a ton of volume typically, but the efficiency is going to be there. 4 for 5, 6 for 6, 2 for 3, 5 for 8. Those are the type of games you're going to see from Draymond, but the rebounding, the assists, the blocks, and steals have been great. 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 12 points. Last time out the time prior, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 6 points. 5 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 15 points. You get the point. Similar to what we just talked about. Every single category. The fantasy rates climbing up with some injuries to his teammates. Talked about Jakob Poeltl having a different role. Draymond definitely has a different role with no Steph, no Andrew Wiggins. Has cleared this in 4 of the last 5. He's averaging 32.1 over that last 5, and I do have him projected into the mid-30s here today once again. 35-plus fantasy points from a base projection aspect with a ceiling of 40-plus. Clippers are giving up 34.4 fantasy points per game to power forward starters, 7 rebounds, 7 field goals. Draymond certainly in a good position to succeed here, having a larger role. Pretty good matchup for him, surprisingly, against a Clipper team that's pretty good overall, but not so hot against the power forward position. So Draymond, expect him to continue this success tonight. Like I said, he's hit this in 4 of the last 5. Think he's able to do so again tonight. Certainly like the pick for pick number 2. We're going with the over 30.5 fantasy score here for Draymond Green. And that will be my 2 picks to get you winning some money over here on Prizepicks in the NBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. If you have not checked out the premium content packages, once again, I do not know what you are waiting for. A lot more value to be had over there. I've already decided today, I think, that I'm going to be making a video for the public as well as far as some different strategies to profit on Prizepicks based on some conversation I had with the group today, because some people just simply don't quite understand it. So maybe if I can break that down, provide you guys with some value. I just added that to my list today. So anyways, wishing you all the best of luck on your Prizepicks NBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.